Welcome back, apples and cherries, for another maths lesson looking at place value. Now remember, our unit of learning this week is just recapping our knowledge and understanding of place value with our numbers up to 20. Let's just recap our learning objective for the week. So it is to demonstrate our understanding of place value, and we had a look at what place value actually meant yesterday. So if you can't remember, make sure you go back and have a look. Our success criteria this week is that we can count to 20. We will also explain the terms tens and ones, which hopefully we can do, and we will even look at using different representations, and we're going to make a start at this one here at the bottom today. Now before we start today's lesson, we're going to have another retrieval practice. So this is something that we looked at yesterday. And the question is, which number does this represent? So have a look at my picture of the stones. What number is it representing? Is it A, 11, B, 9, or C, 10? Make sure you say your answer out loud. Well done, it is 10. Now yesterday we recapped our tens and ones. So if we look at this number, what number is it? Number 12, well done. How many tens does number 12 have? Yep, it only has one. And how many ones does number 12 have? It only has two. Well done. Now, if you're still finding that a little bit tricky, what I sometimes do is when I have my number, I split it in half, and then I can see how many tens and how many ones I have. Yesterday's task, you had to represent numbers to 20 using different objects. So you might have just used your hands, you might have used bricks, you might have used teddy bears. And the challenge was to see if you could make two groups of something to show one number. So a group of 3 stones and a group of 4 stones to represent number 7. Now the rest of the week we're going to be looking at different ways to represent numbers, so make sure you're listening and you're concentrating to the rest of this video. If you watched the Number Blocks episode yesterday, don't worry if you didn't, you would have seen these characters, so 10, 11, 12 and 13. Now 11, 12 and 13 split themselves to show us that they were made up of tens and ones. So if we have a look here at number 12, we can see he has 1 10 and 2 ones. Now this might look familiar because we have looked at this at school before, but we have used something called deans, which are these wooden blocks over here. Now when we try to work out what the deans are representing, I always start with the tens first, which is the stick. Now I can see I've only got 1 10, so I put my number 1 first. Then I count the ones, so I have 1, 2, 3. So these deans are representing the number 13. If we have a look at these deans, what number are they representing? Now first of all, do they have any tens? No, so we don't need to draw or write any tens first. How many ones does this number have? 6, well done. So it is representing the number 6. Have a go at this one on your own. Pause the video, go and grab some paper to write your number down, or you can just say it out loud. Right, let's go through it together then. How many tens does this one have? 1, well done. And how many ones does it have? 4, well done. So it was representing the number 14. Again, have a go at this one on your own. Right, let's go through it together then. How many tens does it have? 1, well done. And how many ones? 8. So it is representing the number 18. As well as using pictures to find representations, we can also have a go at drawing the deans ourselves to represent a number. Now, what number do I have on the screen? Number 16, well done. Now, when we draw our deans, I like to call them chips and peas, because my 10 is going to be our chip, and our ones are going to be our peas. Now, just to help us, I'm going to put my T and O at the top to show me my tens and ones, and I'm just going to put my line in the middle to separate the numbers. So this one, let's do it together. How many tens do I have in the number 16? 1, well done, which means I have to just draw one chip because it is worth 10. How many ones does this number have? 6, well done, so I have to draw 6 peas because the peas are worth 1 each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This time I want you to have a go on your own, so feel free to pause the video, go and grab some paper and a pen and draw your chips and peas to represent the number 20. Now, well done if you had a go yourself on your bit of paper. I'm just going to go through so that you can check your work and make sure you fix it if you need to. So I'm just going to draw my tens and ones at the top again to help us. Now, how many chips do I need to draw first? So remember, our chips are worth 10. How many tens do I have in the number 20? 2, well done, so I've got to draw 2 chips. How many peas do I have to draw for this number? None, well done, because we've got no ones, we've got 0. So we don't need to draw any peas for that number. Your task today has 2 tasks in one. So the beginning one, you have to look at the deans and write the number that it is representing. So if we look at the first one together, how many tens does it have? 1, well done. And how many ones does it have? 2, good. So it is showing us the number 12. Now the second part of the task here at the bottom is you've got to draw the deans to represent each number, so your chips and your peas. So the first one is number 13. So I'd have to draw 1 chip for my 10 and 3 peas for my ones. Let's look back on what we've learnt today then. So again, we should have furthered our understanding of what place value is, looking at the terms tens and ones. And today we have started using different representations. So yesterday you looked at using different objects, and today we've looked at using deans. Well done. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.